Today we're going to be looking at this, the Vodafone Smart V8. Let's see if it lives up to its V8 engine name. This is £23 a month, starts at £23 a month from Vodafone on contract, or just £159 on pay as you go. So let's unbox. Now what I can tell you, if I turn it round, you can see what we've got in here. I've got the cable, headset, a quick start guide and some books and bits and bobs, the charger and the phone itself. It's got 32 gigs of onboard storage. You can put micro SD card into it as well. Fingerprint scanner or sensor. It does 4G, which is good. It's got 3000 milliamp hour battery, 16 megapixel rear camera, 8 megapixel selfie cam, and it's a 5.5 inch screen. I can tell you that's a 1080p by 1920 full HD screen. It's running Android 7.1. Other specs I can tell you is that it's running the Snapdragon 435, and it's got 3 gigabytes of RAM in here. And they've even got, look, on the front of the phone itself, they've got a little sticker giving you more specs, so you can see. Now this measures 155 millimeters from top to bottom by 76 millimeters wide, and it's just 7.9 millimeters thick, which is actually not bad at all. It out of the box it does feel quite thin, and I'll just peel that off for you so you can get a good look at it. So you can see it's quite shiny. It's quite flat sides on here. It's the first time I've seen this, so this is my first impressions. You can see it says designed by Vodafone. Of course it's made in China. It's got a brushed metal rear on here with a couple of grippy bits at the bottom and the top, just to make sure it doesn't slide out your hand. But I guess also you can hold it like that and like that, which is pretty good. So yeah, it uses a nano SIM, this does, and you've got a 16 megapixel camera down the back here. Has got an LED flash, does geotagging. You can see we've got the rear fingerprint sensor on here. It's got a Wi-Fi, it's got GPS, it's got Bluetooth 4, and then there's an 8 megapixel camera at the front there. So look, no USB-C, it's a micro USB connector, and we appear to have 2 speakers. We'll see if both of them actually work, because I know on some handsets that we've reviewed it looks like you've got 2 speakers, but in reality you've got 1, but it's just drilled on both sides. Now I'm assuming this is a power button here. Again, this is the very first time I've taken this out of the box. A small little bit of vibration. It's telling me I've got low battery, so I'm going to have to charge this to show you the rest of the handset. But got a volume controls there on the right, and we've got a good old 3.5mm audio port, which I think really we all still use. An additional microphone for the noise cancellation, and where's the other microphone? I'm guessing the other microphone is hidden somewhere in these vents for your voice. I must admit it's designed quite well. It's got a little bit of an industrial look to it. These sides are quite cool and flat. They're curved round at the top there, if you can see that. It doesn't have, because I know a lot of people will sort of shy away from branded or network branded handsets, but this does feel like quite a high quality handset, I must admit, and the price of it is really not bad. So I'm going to pause the video here while I just actually charge it, so you can. Okay, while that's charging, I'll just tell you that this actually, I did say it was a nice looking handset with a bit of an industrial feel. It's actually won an award for the design, so that's a good sign. That rhymes, sign design. Got a set of headphones there. You're probably going to want to replace them with your own, but it's got a little microphone in there so you can conduct calls while you're on the go. What else have we got in here? We've got the standard micro USB cable, and we've got, hello, in this particular review model I have a European charger, not a UK one, but I'm sure you'll get the UK one. I've probably just been sent the European version, well, for the rest of Europe I should say, because we're still in Europe for a bit anyway. And we've got the little pin here where you can basically put your SIM card, and then you've got the various bits of documentation that you are going to immediately leave in the box and never turn on. So I've got the phone on charge here. Let's just see if we're still on 0%, but it's charging up. So let's just see if 1%. Is 1% enough to turn it on? Let's find out. So here we go, this is the first power on. Let's just take a look around it, but I'm sure it's going to ask me to set it up and do various other bits, so I'll just give you a quick idea on what the screen looks like. There's some nice curves on the edge of this screen here. It dips down into the chassis. It does feel nice and smooth there. There's no sort of sharp edge on the screen. It's nice and curved around. I'll try and rotate that around so you can see the edges of the screen sliding down and melting quite nicely into the side of the handset. This is not removable, the rear panel, so I don't think you can access the battery. And I think we've gone. Oh yeah, here we go. The screen is actually on, but the brightness is too low currently. So what I'll do is get through the setup screen. Okay, so immediately, even before I've actually put my credentials in, it has found an important update, which it's downloading. And you can see here that the screen's now brightened itself up, if that's a word. The rear mounted sensor for the fingerprint, it sits quite nicely. When you hold the phone like that, your finger sits quite nicely and you can unlock the screen through there. The only thing I would say is there's, at the top here and the bottom, there seems to be quite a lot of border. There, it goes down to about there and there, and you've got the on-screen navigation too. Doesn't appear to be any sort of buttons down here at the bottom of the screen. So we've got an update. I'm going to install that now, but unfortunately the battery's too low. But I just wanted to give you a little unboxing of this, the Vodafone Smart.